Good evening, Maria.
Good evening, Clint.
This is the big night.
This is the big night.
Let's say hello to everybody at home.
I'd like to welcome everyone. My name's Maria Mingalone, and I'm the Executive Director of the Oceanside Museum of Art. And as Clint said, we have a great night ahead of us, and we're closing out our art auction, so that's really exciting. And I'm really, really grateful for you to be here. We stand humbly as part of this great community, and we're committed to showcasing art and its power to transform. We stand together with those across the country to end racism and brutality, violence and fear. We stand here in solidarity with the LGBT community for Gay Pride Month and also with the Black Lives Matters movement, because Black lives matter. And we're celebrating diversity, and I think tonight we'll see that.
We absolutely will. I am so honored and proud to be a part of this community. And more importantly, I'm honored to share the incredible art that is available tonight at OMA's final night of our art auction. But this journey certainly didn't happen by ourselves. It took a lot of support and a lot of folks to bring us together to make this happen over the course of this month. And I am just, I'm overjoyed at all of the outpouring of support from our sponsors. I know there's a big one that you've worked with a lot.
That's right. That's right. We'd love to thank our title sponsor, Oceanside Beach Resorts. And I think we have some guests here tonight.
We do. We are joined live right here at OMA by two incredible supporters of OMA. They've been with us from the very beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kent and Heidi Borsch. Kent and Heidi, would you join us?
Hi, Clint.
Good evening. How are you?
Good.
Hi.
Good.
Excellent. You know, Kent and Heidi, you guys have supported OMA so wonderfully and beautifully. And as tonight's fuchsia sponsors, I know that neither of you are wearing fuchsia currently, but that's okay. Tell us a little bit about why you love OMA and the programs that are here.
Well, the top of my mind is the community and the people involved with the museum, the board members, the staff, all of the people who attend have become friends, and it's just beautiful. We love it here. We love the parties and all of it.
We do know how to party.
We do. Now, Heidi, you guys were talking a little bit earlier. We're pretty excited about some new upcoming opportunities, and that may be some movement. Tell us a little bit about where OMA might be moving physically or growing physically.
Well, we hear a rumor that they're moving next door, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, that's, it's a part of it. OMA continues to grow its support. Tell us a little bit about why and what type of art you guys love.
Well, I love wildlife art, and we like sculptures, bronze, watercolors.
We like it all.
Now, I guess as the auctioneer, my most important question to you is not really which piece, but how many pieces are you taking home tonight as a part of our auction?
Well, it depends on how much I can drink, because I tend to bid up more if I've had something to drink.
All right, fantastic. We have somebody for you for that. Vic, if we could get a round of some of those fabulous cocktails over here for the Borsches, we are going to be sure to sell quite a bit of art. And if you're at home right now and you need a cocktail, I encourage you, make your way to the bar, follow Vic's recipes, you won't be disappointed. Kent and Heidi, thank you so very much, not only for your years of support, but for the future years of support as well. Thank you for all you do for
Clint,
Oceanside.
for helping us out.
We're so
Absolutely.
happy to have you guys here. Thanks.
Socially
Heidi.
distancing.
We're social distancing.
Okay, I will go wash my hands.
Speaking of communities, you know, OMA brings such a rich diversity right here into our community, but that also is with the assistance of an incredible partner, our friends at Visit Oceanside. And they've put something together for us to take a look at. So let's roll Visit Oceanside's video.
Hello, my name is Leslie Gall, and I'm the CEO of Visit Oceanside, and we have been a proud, longtime supporter of the Oceanside Museum of Art. We are fortunate to have such an incredible organization in our community and a cultural resource. It not only plays a vital role in the quality of life of our residents, but it can be a powerful economic engine for our city. From a tourism standpoint, our arts and cultural resource represents an important part of Oceanside's personality. They help us represent the soul of our community and allow us to tell those important stories of discovery that are unique to who we are. Institutions like OMA are important to creating communities where people want to live, work, and play. Here's to a successful event, OMA, and we can't wait to see the programming that comes out of this to share with our locals and our visitors alike. Thank you for making Oceanside your home.
And thank you to our great friends at Visit Oceanside. We are so excited to be here, and tonight is it, the penultimate auction. So if you're at home right now and you've got a bid on one of those items, I encourage you, take a look on the right-hand side of your screen. Make sure you're still the highest bidder, because tonight it all ends. And we've got a fabulous live auction where you get to play right here from Gallery 1 virtually into your home. But let's get started. Let's take a look right over here at item number 115. This is Neil Brooks' work. This is called Torrey Pines. And Neil is inspired by all the things that he sees as he's out strolling along the coasts and the byways. He puts together these incredible collages of exactly what he remembers. So what you're seeing is not just one canvas, but multiple pieces of art brought together right in one. This is item number 115, Neil Brooks' Torrey Pines. He actually has two pieces with us. He also has item number 114, which is currently having some great bids. Now, let's talk a little bit about the bidding process. In a virtual world, it's even easier than you might imagine. We've taken the opportunity to put together a small video to show you just what you need to do. Let's take a look. All right,
right, everyone, let's get started with how to bid on the fabulous items for the Oceanside Museum of Art. Very simply, after you've done your registration through the website, you're going to get a text message that is sent to your cell phone. That's going to come from a 512 number, so be careful, don't delete it. This is your key to all the fun. All you're going to read down here is that you've been welcomed to a personal bidding page. All you have to do is click through and you're ready to go. That's simple. Once you're there, we'll walk you through the rest of the process. Well, congratulations, you are all set and registered to bid on some of this fabulous art from the Oceanside Museum of Art. A quick tutorial on how to bid. A couple things to check first. You want to be sure it's your name in the upper left-hand corner so that you're sure that your art gets to go home with you and nobody else. Up here, these little icons simply mean to check out the silent auction. When that live auction is available here in a couple of weeks, you'll be able to use that button to enjoy the live auction. You'll also be able to check out event offers. These are very special offers and some raffle opportunity drawings that you can participate in. We'll get to those in just a minute. But for now, let's get right into the main event. We've got some fabulous pieces of art, sculptures, wall hangings, photography, and more, and each one comes with a number. So that number references the piece of art that you'll see. And as we do a walk around the museum, you'll even see that number hanging by some of our pieces. If something intrigues you and you absolutely have to have it, simply take a look at the individual art by clicking on the picture. Once you get in there, you'll have the opportunity to bid on that item and also find out a little bit more about the artist and the particular piece. Now, right here, you see the Buy It Now price. That Buy It Now price can be activated by simply clicking on Buy Now. Once you do that, you're going to buy it for this guaranteed purchase price, and no one else can outbid you. It's all yours. You get to take it home. Now, if you'd like to play along and bid, that's where I certainly love to enjoy myself. So we're going to click on the Bid button. That's that large red button on the left. So once we click on Bid, it allows us to do the minimum next bid indicated here by the $300. If that's good enough for me, I can just simply click on Send Bid. If I wanted to increase my bid, I simply click on the plus button, and it'll allow that bid to step up in increments that are already preset. So, as you can see, these are about $90 increments, and so I'm going to be good with $300, that next minimum bid. I encourage you to bid as high as you'd like. When I click on the Send Bid button, it's going to confirm that I am the winning bid for the $300 for item number 122. Now, if I'd like to browse some of the other art and I don't have time to pay attention to each and every one that I'm going to buy, I can set my maximum bid. By setting your maximum bid, you're going to give the system a price that you're willing to pay. So let's say in this case, it was $840. I could then click on Confirm Max Bid, and the system will bid on my behalf in those $90 increments all the way up until that $840 max. Now, if nobody outbids me, my bid doesn't increase. So, a great way for you to set that budget on those items, that dollar that you're willing to pay, and then simply allow the device to bid on your behalf. You'll get a text message confirming that you've been outbid, or if you're still the winning bidder, you'll see it in your dashboard. So let's take a look at that now. I'm going to close this, and I can back right out. And by simply clicking on the X in the upper right-hand corner, I can jump back out to my home screen. Now, here is the banner that says you are currently the highest bidder. A great way for you to visually keep track as you scroll through some of the individual art pieces. Each one of these is absolutely exquisite. Bidding is so simple. It couldn't be any easier. You can do this on your phone. You can do this on your computer. All you have to do is follow that link that you were sent in your text message. Now, let's just say you had to leave for a moment and you wanted to be able to come back. If you wanted to come back, you can simply do so by going here into the Already Registered tab. Once you click on Already Registered, it's going to send you a two-factor authentication using your cell phone number, and it's going to give you a code. Simply put that back in, and you're right back in your home screen like you've never left. Very great benefit there. And again, this is the website, the original website for the Oceanside Museum of Art. You can find this website by simply clicking on the Oceanside Museum of Art and on the events page and clicking through to the biennial art auction. Lots of different information here, but again, if you're already registered, click right there on Already Registered. If you haven't yet, you have an opportunity to do so. So right here on our home screen, we've got multiple ways to give. If you'd like to simply donate to the Oceanside Museum of Art, you can absolutely do so by clicking on the donate button, entering in an amount that you feel generally uncomfortable with, and pressing the Give Now button. Remember, no decimal points used, so be sure to make those numbers round and even. I like to add lots of zeros. Click on Close and you're back, and we talked a little bit earlier about those singular priced items, our event offers. These are some of our drawings. There's unlimited amounts of opportunity for you to purchase those tickets. All you have to do is select the item that you want, click on that Buy button, not a bid button, click on Buy, and it'll be added to your shopping cart. If you've pre-registered your card, which you need to do before you check out and to bid on these items, be sure to pre-register your credit card. You'll be all set and ready to go. Have a great time, enjoy the bidding, and thank you so much for your support of the Oceanside Museum of Art.
Oh, the culinary art. This one almost looks good enough to eat, but it's actually glass. In fact, this is the work of Dan McStalker, a master glass artist and glass sculptress, and this one is item number 169. This one's called Dunkin' Donut. Now, if for some reason you don't prefer the chocolate frosting with the sprinkles, Dan also has a number of other donuts. In fact, he made us a baker's dozen. There's the zebra stripes, there's the strawberry with sprinkles, but nothing beats that classic with that gorgeous chocolate frosting, a little bit of the sprinkle of color thrown in. So, if you purchase item number 169 in our auction tonight, and that's not the flavor of donut that you like, let us know. Give us a call to the museum. We've got the number on the bottom of your screen throughout our course tonight, and we'll make sure that you get just the donut that you're looking for. Hard to believe that just a few weeks ago, we started all of the incredible fun that we've had right here in Gallery 1 at OMA. And the walls are chock-a-block, filled with incredible art that's available for you to purchase. If you have any difficulty whatsoever in bidding, simply give us a call and let us know. We'll be sure that you're always ready to go and purchase some of this art. And before we leave, I want to take just one last look at all the incredible pieces right here in Gallery 1. Click on canvas or sculpture, OMA has something for absolutely everyone. Each one of these items can be bid on, and you might even use that Buy It Now feature, that opportunity for you to take it home right away. A number of the folks that have participated in our auction have certainly done so. A great way to participate and a great way to take home some fabulous art. Now, if you're not interested in bidding on the art, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't be, how about you take a look at our special opportunity drawings? In fact, as we make our way over to Gallery 4, my good friend Katie Dolgov will tell you a little bit more about some of those special opportunity drawings, starting with item number 1. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Katie Dolgov, OMA's Exhibitions Manager and Registrar. I'm spending a lot of time at home these days, and when I'm not working virtually with OMA's awesome artists, I am escaping to my bookshelf. And I'm so lucky because I have these 5 limited edition books with me so I can film this spot, and I've had a lot of time to read through them. They are fantastic. They offer an in-depth perspective on some of OMA's most popular and important exhibitions through the years. From the catalog for the 2008 exhibition, Masterpieces of San Diego Painting, a survey of 50 years of the county's art, to the Urban Canvas, Street Art Around the World, written by Dr. G. James Dyshent, the curator of OMA's recent exhibition, Sidewalk Activism. There is so much history here and just tons of gorgeous images. Just one of these books is easily worth the $50 ticket price for one of these opportunity drawing tickets. On top of that, you will get a $50 gift card to Barnes & Noble, so maybe you'll be tempted to buy Dr. Dyshent's newest book about Robbie Connell's politically charged guerrilla street art. No matter what you choose, nothing beats some good books when you've got some downtime, so make sure you get one of the 20 tickets for this lot.
Very much. Thank you so very much, Katie. Listen, we've got some great opportunities, and those opportunity drawings are a way for you to purchase a single price item, but potentially win. We're going to be bringing you those winners a little later this evening, but our drawing closes at 5 p.m. So if you haven't purchased your ticket by 5 o'clock tonight, you're going to want to be sure to do so. We are here in Gallery 4, and it's absolutely phenomenal. I'm standing right next to an incredible piece. This one is entitled Shake It Off, and this one is by Michael Summers. Now, Michael is a local northern San Diegan, and he is an incredible artist that brings such vibrant color and a little bit of whimsy to all of his art. In fact, this one happens to be inspired by the Taylor Swift song of the very same name, shake it off. And as this elephant is shaking off whatever might bother him or her, Michael certainly does so and adds incredible art and color. In fact, if you take a look at some of Michael's other art, he's got some incredible pieces where he blends the natural elements of animals and landscapes, but he brings vibrant and bright colors. Just another reminder about how all of those bright colors create an incredible community. And speaking of communities, in fact, Michael also did the catnap mural in Carlsbad. You might be familiar with it. There on the side of the building, these 3 white tigers and the tiger cub being dripped upon by the beautiful colors, illuminating their coats and creating a magical experience. Michael is an incredible artist. In fact, he's been a part of the OMA landscape for many years. He grew up in Joshua Tree around some other eccentric artists, but certainly to have one of his pieces is absolutely fantastic. That's item number 211. And if you'd like to bid, simply search by that item number, and you too might be able to just look at that elephant and realize, hey, we're just going to shake it off. Right next to Michael, we have Dean Andrews. Now, Dean's work is entitled The Rite of Spring 1, and it expresses a lighthearted exuberance when she felt the longer, brighter days of spring approaching. But better than me telling you about Dean's work, I'd like for her to tell you a little bit about it herself. We've got a video of Dean right now.
I love this studio. I've been coming here in the summers. It was Kenneth Nolan's. It's funny, I was influenced by his work in college. Then years later, I met him and I got to know him, and now here I am, by some odd quirk of fate, long after he's gone, working in his studio. Life is so strange. Anyway, here I am, surrounded by all this beauty. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a Disney movie. I come from a realist background, but I've been an abstract painter for decades, really deeply involved with many types of abstraction. Then recently I was ready for a significant change in my work. You know, you get that gut feeling that something's simmering, but you don't quite know what form it may take. I'd taken a studio overlooking Otter Pond and Sag Harbor, and I was experimenting with a few different directions. Nothing was really grabbing me. I'd gazed out the window, mesmerized by the red-winged blackbirds, swooping and diving in and out of the reeds. Suddenly I realized that's what was grabbing me, and I was off and running. So I'm back to a sort of realism. But if you look at the backgrounds, there's that abstraction again. I'm really having fun with the juxtaposition of the two.
It's funny how those broad paint strokes and that gorgeous color can really evoke memories of spring. What were you doing in the spring, not just this year, but maybe the year past? And Rite of Spring by Dean Andrews certainly brings some of those emotions right to life. And before we leave Gallery 4, I want you to take a look around at all of the incredible colors, the incredible artwork, whether it's photography, oils on canvas, or watercolors. Some of my favorites are right here in Gallery 4. Let's take a look around. Angela Jackson's Pupukea. We've got a gorgeous impression of the Star of India by Carol Catone. And of course, photography by Michael Ward. Some wonderful, wonderful pieces. And this one by John Lyndhurst that brings together what we may just drive by, the Oceanside Alley, but it brings it to life in an incredible and exquisite color. Well, I told you we'd talk a little bit more about our single item purchase special opportunity drawings. And we happen to have an opportunity for you to go enjoy magic of a different kind, but artistic nonetheless. Let's join Bob Self as he tells us a little bit about the Magic Castle.
Hi, I'm Bob Self, ringmaster of Baby Tattoo Carnival of Astounding Art. That is the world-famous Magic Castle. It's the clubhouse for magicians, the Academy of Magical Arts. Me and my friend Simon Cornell have been working on something special, an exhibit for the museum that's coming soon. But in the meantime, we want to offer you the unique opportunity to bid on an experience at the Magic Castle. You and your guests will get to come here, which can't be bought. You're only able to come by invitation. My good friend Simon Cornell and I are officially inviting you. In fact, we're going to show you around the place ourselves. And Simon might even show you a little bit what he does. Take it away, Simon.
Thanks, Bob. And hey, everybody. Let me share with you something quick, a tiny little snippet of the kind of things you might experience. $5 bill. I have you examine it to confirm it is real, but we obviously can't do that right now. If I get it folded up in just the right configuration, you can see with the short sleeves, and empty hands, nowhere to hide, I can create the illusion of transforming into what looks a heck of a lot like a $50 bill. Now, the thing about that, it looks pretty convincing, but it is only an illusion. Because, I mean, if I could really do this, we wouldn't need to be fundraising right now. So it is sadly only an illusion, which sucks financially, but is beautiful to watch because you get to see the illusion fade. This time in slow motion. Almost like a camera trick, but done potentially live right in front of your nose. As it melts back into that 5 from whence it came. So, thank you for watching, good luck with the bidding, and we will see you at the Magic Castle.
I know I'm fascinated by the art of magic, and I can tell you from personal experience that when you visit the Magic Castle, if you happen to be the lucky winner of opportunity drawing item number 2, it will be an experience you won't soon forget. It appears right before your eyes. The art of storytelling combines with the visual arts. It's absolutely phenomenal. But let's talk a little bit about one other phenomenal contributor to OMA, and this is Janelle Cannon. This one is entitled Fuzzheads. Now, you might know Janelle from some of her other works. In fact, she is the best-selling author of the book Stella Luna, in which she not only writes, but also illustrates all of the images. Stella Luna is an incredible story about a fruit bat that loses its mother and they are reunited yet again. And Janelle brings to life incredible characters. In fact, Fuzzheads she deems as individuals and creatures that walk among us, and you might not have noticed them, or perhaps you saw them walking by, but you couldn't quite clearly make out your face. But that means you've seen a fuzzhead. Janelle's whimsical style brings to life incredible creatures and great story, and the magic of her art simply jumps off the pages. So Janelle Cannon, item number 117, Fuzzheads, your opportunity to take home this gorgeous ink on PH paper. So let's take a look right over here. Speaking of ink on paper, this one is called Sunbathing by Lisa Curry. Now, Lisa began Chinese brush painting in 1988 when she was inspired by a one-day course she took while on vacation in Hawaii. What's really incredible about Lisa's capacity and capability is that the paper is rice paper, and when you apply color to that paper, it bleeds just like a watercolor. This one is absolutely amazing because the iguana, the color of the iguana was painted in a single stroke, and the colors bled out to the exterior lines perfectly, creating sunbathing. This one is absolutely phenomenal. Wonderful colors, yet understated, but the skill that Lisa possesses is absolutely phenomenal. I know the last time I was inspired on a one-day trip to anywhere, I didn't quite have that going for me, but Lisa Curry certainly brought it together, and we are so lucky to have one of those with her. So, as we take a look around Gallery 3, we're surrounded by sculpture, by incredible art, and this time we get the opportunity to see some fun stuff. Now take a look right over here. You might recognize this Bosco. We're going to come back and talk about that in just a minute, but if you wanted Pop Idol, I'm sorry to tell you, it's already sold. But we've got some other phenomenal opportunities, whether it be bright in color, abstract in nature, or in its sculpture. We are so very, very pleased to bring some of the finest artists that San Diego has to offer right here. And none other than the one and only Brady Wilmot is waiting for us. Brady, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. I'm doing really great. Hey, listen, you've got some incredible pieces, 3 of which are in our auction, and 1 is already sold. So I know Robin Lippman is looking very, very forward to bringing home Ambiguous Anonymity, but we want to talk a little bit about this piece, about simplicity. Now, tell us a little bit about why you chose these pieces to bring to our auction tonight.
Well, I feel like these pieces are good transitional pieces for me, transitioning from my career as a tattoo artist into an oil painter. When you're tattooing, everything's very subject matter forward, and then the background is a bit of an afterthought. So if you see in a lot of my earlier work, you'll notice that it's the subject matter is very dominant, and the background is very much just background and not as dominant. So I've been trying to create more of a, with these pieces we're kind of done before this one, so I've been trying to create more of a space for for the subject matter to live in. And just as a way for me to exercise that in my brain, I decided to create a piece with none of my creatures at all, so just so I could focus purely on the background. And so that's what this piece is. I feel like it's a pivotal piece in my career, and so I really like this piece, and I thought it'd be something new to bring to the table for me and hopefully for other people to enjoy.
And some lucky bidder is going to take it home. So, and you say that it's not quite subject focused, but if you look a little carefully, I mean, just the way that the tree becomes a character of its own in this incredible landscape. So incredibly talented. There's got to be a difference between working on canvas and working on skin. From a tattoo artist to an oil painting, that's got to be something that's been a little bit of a change.
Oh, absolutely. And I've always been a painter and creative since the time I was born. But yeah, one of the things that I love about painting is you can just slop it around and change it and really do whatever you want with no consequences, really.
That's pretty awesome. Now, we were talking a little bit earlier, and you said that you were not the kid that had action figures and video games and those types of things, that really you found your childhood being brought up in nature and kind of witnessing and observing the surrounding nature. Certainly now, in the times that we're living in, they've been a little bit more restrictive. How do you find your inspiration changing during some of these times of uncertainty?
For me, not a lot has changed. I'm well aware of the things going on in the world, and but my day-to-day life, I sit at home, I paint, I go to the beach and I surf. I couldn't surf for a few weeks, but subject matter, and I'm working on a large painting right now, and you can't help but have some things from the world around you creeping in. It's just, in any artwork you're going to see it. I don't personally like to paint political stuff, or really none of my subject matter. I don't like to have it be self-explanatory or something you look at and say, oh, that's about this, but it's always going to shine through whether you like it or not. Whatever you're creating is what's going on in your head, so sure. You can't avoid it.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to see what this next turn in your career really starts to bring. I mean, if simplicity tells us anything, it's that you're extraordinarily talented. And you've been a longtime member of the Artist Alliance right here at OMA. Tell us a little bit about how you found the Oceanside Museum of Art.
So actually, as of next weekend, it'll be 3 years since I quit my job and decided to commit full-time to painting. So when I did that, I was really looking for new venues and places to show my work. I'd been showing a bit, enough to where I was confident that I could commit to painting full-time. And in my search for places to show, I noticed that they were doing their, that Oceanside Museum was doing their biennial show, so I joined the Artist Alliance to apply for that, and I didn't get in. But I had such a great time at the critique nights and met so many great members that are also Artist Alliance members, and it just felt like such a great networking opportunity. And I just, I'd spent so much time focusing on galleries in LA and San Diego. I didn't realize what a great community we had here in North County. So I stuck with it, and I've really had a great time here. And
that's awesome. Well, Brady, thank you so very much, not only for being a member of the Artist Alliance community, but for bringing your incredible works into the halls of OMA. We are so glad that it worked out. And maybe next time we won't pass up on that first application, right? We'll just take you right off the bat. But absolutely incredible and inspired work. And if you would like to take it home, you can do so via the course of our auction. Brady, thank you so very, very much. I hope that this next turn in your career provides just as fruitful as your tattoo career, and that we see some more of these incredible canvases.
All right, thank
awesome.
you.
Thanks, Brady. I appreciate it. So, again, yet another opportunity to get to know one of the artists that's not just somebody visiting from somewhere else. OMA prides itself on bringing you local San Diego artists that live right here, that create art that's inspired by what they see around them. And Brady is certainly that one wonderful exception that, hey, sometimes you're wrong, but we got it right when we allowed Brady to be a part of this art auction. We hope that you'll take those items home and put them on your wall as well. Now, I told you a little bit about our opportunity items, and we talked a little bit about that Bosco, and now Pop Idol is already sold. I'm so very sorry to say that for those of you who are waiting until that last minute, you're not going to get to win. So let that be a lesson for all of you who are bidding right now. Now's the time to bid. Don't wait until it's too late and somebody buys it out from under you. Now's the time. Our special opportunity drawing, where it involves Bosco, is an opportunity for you to meet the artist and share a cocktail in one of the most unique bars in all of San Diego, and that is at False Idol in San Diego. Imagine yourself propped up on one of those tiki bar stools, enjoying all of the surrounding area, all that incredible work by Bosco. And not only that, but as you reach down to sip your drink, you are sipping from a piece of art as well in a very carefully and custom curated tiki mug. You get to pick Bosco's brain about his process, about his inspiration. You get to meet the artist and share an umbrella drink in a custom cocktail glass, the Idol cocktail glass. But to show you a little bit more about just what kind of an impact Bosco has had, let's take a look at this video.
All through the 80s and into the early 90s, the Tiki revival gathered momentum. A guy named Sven Kirsten started laying the groundwork for what became the first book about Tiki, the Book of Tiki. And we all had Tikis, but we got them by buying them at yard sales, swap meets. Occasionally you'd see one in a thrift store. And one time Sven said, hey, there's this guy driving up from San Diego County with a bunch of tikis in the back of his pickup truck. And we thought that he was going to be selling tikis that he had found the same way we did. So he comes out and he lays his wares all along Sven's back patio. And one of us said, did you get all these from the same place? Is it from the same dumpster or from the same yard sale? Because they're all very of a piece. And he goes, no, I made them. It's like, you can make these? None of us had the slightest notion that you could make a tiki. You just found them. Here was a guy who had actually carved them. This guy who eventually I came to realize was named Bosco. Bosco, the first person to revive tiki carving and mug making. Now his work's all over the world, from cocktail bars to museums.
From the good times and wonderful feelings that Bosco's sculptures and idols create, to finding a different feeling, we're right here in front of Rebecca Webb's Hutto Color Field, and this one is phenomenal. Rebecca tells us that she really wants to inspire the real and true feeling that somebody might feel of the warm desert wind blowing against them as they look at some of her photographs. But not only is Rebecca a very talented photographer and an incredible artist, she is also our special projects director when it comes to working with Oceanside Beachfront Resort and installing not only one, but two different art exhibits within the halls of those gorgeous hotels. To hear a little bit more, let's talk to Rebecca herself.
Hugh Davies, Director Emeritus, Museum of Contemporary Art, San Diego. Rebecca Webb is a remarkable photographer who has combined images of swirling drapery as if blown in the wind like flags or banners, superimposed over landscapes such as the landscape of Borrego Springs. This combination of the invented and the actual has sort of surreal overtones, and they're extremely evocative and beautiful. In fact, I'm trying to pursue acquiring one for my own family collection, and so you'll be bidding against me on this one, I would imagine, among other bidders. Rebecca had a major exhibition in the airport, which may still be up, incredible series of large format photographs, each featuring a different monochrome colored reflective fabric, apparently blown in the wind. Her technique is quite extraordinary, and these images are completely beguiling. It would be wonderful to live with.
We're so excited to have Rebecca as a part of our special projects direction, but also, not only that, as you stand here in front of Haddle Color Field 1, you can almost feel that warm wind, the warmth of the colors, and that garment just blowing in the air. Now, you might have also recognized Rebecca's work from a gallery exhibition called Force of Nature, which was actually in the San Diego Airport in Terminal 2 from April of 19 to April of 2020. We're so excited to have Rebecca as a part of the OMA community. But from photographs to these incredible acrylics to these gorgeous canvases, we can't forget about some of the incredible sculptures. And Deanne Sabik's piece, this is item number 197. This one is absolutely gorgeous. It's called Sapphire Wave, and it's dichroic glass and stainless steel. Now, what's really unique about item number 197 is not only are you going to get to take home this incredible piece of work, but you're also going to get the opportunity to have Deanne come to your home and advise you on how to install it, how to light it, and make sure that this incredible piece of work displays all of these luminous colors that we've got right for in OMA. So, an opportunity for you to bid item number 197 and Deanne Sabik. And again, you get the opportunity for her to come to your home and get the opportunity to have the artist help guide you in its installation process. So now let's take a look right over here at our next items. This is item number 186, 184, and 185 by Annalise Neal. Now, these are incredibly intricate drawings. Annalise is a San Diego native, and she has studied a myriad of art-making techniques. If you take a look in closer detail through some of these images, you'll find just how fine some of the lines are. Now, these are watercolors, but as you study some of these pieces, you start to see events and items that include human biology, botany, plants, you name it. All of that comes to life as a part of Annalise's work. She also talks a lot about the delicate mark making and the intimate nature that delves into the inner workings of our human psyche. Annalise's pieces are absolutely fantastic. Today we have for you Lineage, Switchover, and Antic, and these are all available for you, item number 186, 184, and 185. So very, very excited to have Annalise's art featured with us as well. Now, we have some wonderful opportunity to not only bring artists together, but to bring scientists into our art community, because at the end of the day, art is science. And this incredible work, item number 171, 172, and 173, are from Beata Mirzoa, and she is an actual practicing scientist and microbiologist. And Beata gets her inspiration from what she sees in the microscope. So she has taken the opportunity to both blend science and art together. And to give us a little bit more information, let's hear from Beata herself.
This drawing shows the final step of cell division. I'm an artist and a molecular biologist, and this piece illustrates the theme of my PhD research, where I studied how dividing cells cut the connection to give rise to two separate daughter cells. This process is happening inside of our bodies all of the time, and all life depends on it. This is a pencil drawing that I have overlaid with real photographs of a human cell, which I took with a microscope in the lab. The green structures are called microtubules, and they form an intricate network that gives shapes to the cell. The blue is the DNA, which carries all of our genetic information and makes us who we are. With this drawing, I want to show that cell division is not only fascinating, but amazingly beautiful.
Speaking of science and technology, sometimes little glitches happen. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us right now. Thank you for suffering through a little bit of a challenging login process, and now you should be seeing this live stream right next to all of your bidding items. Don't worry, the silent auction is not yet closed. Those opportunity drawing prizes have not yet been awarded, and most importantly, your chance to participate in tonight's live auction hasn't yet come around. We promise. All of that and more coming up. In fact, we're going to extend our time just a little bit. We want to thank you so very, very much for staying with us and for still being a part of the OMA community. When last we left, we were talking about Beata Mirzoa's incredible scientific artwork and how science inspires her. What she sees through the microscope inspires her to create art. That's what she's done with the final cut. And we at OMA are hoping to do that very same thing with some of our most precious resources, our students. In fact, in a partnership with the Oceanside Unified School District, we have the opportunity to participate in ArtQuest. And ArtQuest brings 5th graders right here to the museum so they have a chance to see just how science and art really come to life. Utilizing the visuals of art and the incredible teachings of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, we give these students an experience like no other. Not only does it bring more than 2,000 school children right here into the walls of OMA, but we use the opportunity to help them see art as a way to interpret and interact with science. In fact, at the Valya She exhibition that we had here at OMA, we invited 5th grade students to come in and help crack the code and understand genetics. We take the opportunity to do this because of all of the incredible support and all the incredible programs and grants that OMA is able to receive from friends just like you. So, as we continue tonight's silent auction, and don't worry, you've been given a little bit more time, we want to talk a little bit about the incredible work that's being done here at OMA. And we want to talk a little bit about the incredible educational opportunities that our students get. And something that's very important to our next artist is just that educational opportunity. We're standing next to item number 180, and this one is called Baja 16B2, and this was done in 2016 by Alan Morrow. Alan was drafted into the Army in 1966, where he served in Vietnam. After an honorable discharge, he had the opportunity to take part in moving around the landscapes that make up Southern California and the Baja Peninsula. And as we can see by the printmaking that Alan has done, we've got an incredible opportunity to really glimpse an insight into that ecology and into those things that he saw when he traveled about. We are very excited to have Alan Morrow named as the winner of the Artist Alliance Award, and he is going to have a solo exhibition right here at OMA, where you'll have the opportunity to see some of those incredibly beautiful colored prints. We're so excited to have Alan's work, and if you love it, item number 180, still available to you in our auction. Now's the time to jump online and bid. A San Diego State grad where he learned the art of printmaking. It just goes to show how education and art can come together to create some incredible masterpieces. Let's move right across the hallway, right over here, to George Papasak's. This one is called High Desert near Ranchita. He did this in 2018, and it's an oil on canvas. Now this one is a wonderful depiction of not only the arid landscape, but the beautiful rock formations found right here in the Southern California and Northern Baja deserts. More importantly, George has taken the opportunity to capture the people of the Baja Peninsula. And this one right over here is called I Am Not a Criminal, I Am Amada. This one, again, a 2018 oil on canvas in which this image was recalled to George because this incredible woman not only created food, but lives still in the style of the adobe houses, cooks outside, and makes incredible memories for those that come to visit. And George has certainly captured not only her essence, but her beauty all in one single piece. The halls of OMA are filled with wonderful opportunities, and we know you're going to want to take part in each one. But art goes beyond just paintings and pictures. It goes beyond sculpture. It lives full life in things like jewelry. You never know. When you see somebody wearing an exquisite piece, it could be an artist that's expressing themselves in a gorgeous and creative manner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are excited to bring you to tonight's culminating event. This is our live auction. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us. We want to be sure that you've got the opportunity to take a look at each and every one of our live auction items. Now, for those of you just joining us at home, we want you to sit back, relax, get your finger right above that mouse so that you too can click in on some of these incredible pieces of work. Now, our artists are numerous. We've got 4 art pieces and 2 experiential items that we know you're going to love. We're going to do those in the order in which they appear on your screen, starting with item number 1. This is Pregnant Sea by the incredible James Hubble. Now, Mr. Hubble is a prolific artist. He, in fact, not only has one of the coolest studios that I think I've ever seen, and what I expect most artists have, but he is well-versed in not only watercolor, but sculpture and in architecture. We've been honored and pleased to have James Hubble present a solo exhibition not once, but twice. Once in 2013 in an exhibition entitled In Search of Shadows, and we had another one in 2018 entitled Seeking Balance. Further, we're such big fans of James's work here at OMA that we actually have one of his sculptures outside greeting each and every guest that comes to join us. And we are so excited that each and every one of you have come to join us in this virtual auction. This is your time to participate. This is your time to start in on the bidding. Now watch closely, because when we ask for a bid, you're simply going to click that bid button. We're going to go through until the very last bidder remains. So ladies and gentlemen, on Pregnant Sea by James Hubble, your chance to get the bidding started. Let's start now at $400, and we're asking for $5. At $500, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time. At $500 right now, Mr. Floyd's still in the lead, and there's $500, and we're beyond that. We're now at $600. Marilyn, great job. At $600, and now let's make it $7. At $700, now's your chance to jump in. $700 on the James Hubble. Take home a piece of art legend. You've got it there, Marilyn, doing a great job. Now let's look for, there's 700 in Helen, and now we're going to look for $800. At $800, and now where's the bid? $800, ladies and gentlemen, your chance to take it home. $800, the James Hubble. Beautiful watercolor, an exquisite scene painted and brought to life just on that watercolor paper. Now we're looking for $900. At $900, who's going to jump in? $900, and what's we're asking? At $900, Marilyn, you're doing a great job at $900, ladies and gentlemen, how about we find our way to $900? $900, your chance, your opportunity. Right now, Marilyn, you're looking quite good. We see your bid. You're doing a fabulous job. Come on, Helen. Derek, this is your chance. Now's the opportunity. It's no fun unless we're competing against one another. At $900. $900, ladies and gentlemen, let's ask it. At $900, let's make it happen. How about $1,000? Anybody want to jump in and go at $1,000? Marilyn's in at $800. How about at $1,000? At $900 is where we're going to find our ask. $900? Anybody want to play? How about we go at $950? How about $950? Anybody want to jump in at $950? At $950, it could be you. Marilyn, you should be getting very excited. This James Hubble could be going home with you. Ladies and gentlemen, Marilyn is in at $800. At $800, is that where we're going to end? Is she going to have the final word in watercolor? James Hubble, exquisite artist, this one done back in 1993. Imagine owning a piece of art history on your wall. Marilyn's ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, at $800, we are going one time. At $800, we are going two times. Anybody else want to play? Last chance. Here's your bidding opportunity. Anybody want to jump in for a $900 bid? We're waiting, we're holding, and we are sold to Marilyn. Congratulations at $800, Marilyn. Very nicely done. I know you are going to have a wonderful opportunity to enjoy that for years to come. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at auction item number 2. That's right, right over here, we have the Black Pearl, and this one is done by the De La Torre brothers. This one is a gorgeous, colorful sculpture in glass, and this is actually a lucha libre, a wrestler fighting for equality. And that's a message that the De La Torre brothers take very seriously. In fact, when they were in Chicago, they took the opportunity to bring at-risk youth and teens into their studio to share with them the empowering magic that is turning glass and molten glass into art. They've done so successfully in Chicago for many years, and we are so pleased to have them as a part of the San Diego art community and landscape. In fact, the De La Torre brothers, Einar and Hamex, they live on both sides of the border. One living in the northern Baja and one living right here in San Diego. We are honored to have Black Pearl as a part of our live auction. It's truly exquisite. And if you take a look at some of those studio pictures, the way that this is created is phenomenal. It takes both time, patience, and of course, creativity. And the De La Torres are known for adding not only culture, but references in their art to the struggle that people feel. And this one, the Black Pearl, is ready to go. So ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity at $4,500. That's where we're going to start on Black Pearl, and that's where we need to be. Now again, this is an art auction, and we do have that reserved. So ladies and gentlemen, at $4,500. At $4,500, if you'd like to start the bid, you can be the first at $4,500. Take home the Black Pearl. Imagine setting him up in a perfect light where the light glints off the orange and the blue of his mask, and yet those deep blacks and those beautiful greens come to life under the light. Black Pearl is a wonderful opportunity to have an expressive piece of art. And $4,500, ladies and gentlemen, is where we need to be. At $4,500, we're looking for that first and glorious bid to come in. At $4,500, for those of you just joining us, don't worry, there's still plenty of time. Little Black Pearl. This one from the Della Torre Art Studio, absolutely fantastic. The intricacy of this glasswork is amazing. Not only do you see the colors in the mask, but if you take a look at the base, it is this swirl of what looks like living algal blooms. I mean, it's these gorgeous red colors as they make their way up, really creating a one-of-a-kind work of art. So ladies and gentlemen, at $4,500, if you'd like to be that first bid, now's the opportunity. That's what we're asking. Simply click that button and you can own Little Black Pearl. At $4,500, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we need to begin. That's where our reserve finds us. At $4,500, your chance, your opportunity. At $4,500, we're going to check in with our very competent, very incredible auction coordinator. I'm going to check in with Vic. Vic, do you see any bids coming in just yet? She's giving me the shake of the head. So ladies and gentlemen, at $4,500, you could take it right here and right now. If you'd like it, press that bidder button. Be the first one, perhaps be the only one, and take home a wonderful piece of art. We're going to close it down if we can't get to 45 in 3, in 2, and 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to make a move from the Little Black Pearl. Thank you all so very, very much to the Della Torre brothers. Thank you for not only inspiring a youthful generation, but sharing your art and sharing your story with the world. It is absolutely incredible. But sometimes that's the way things go in the art world, ladies and gentlemen. So let's take a move right now to item number 3. This one is the David Milton Classic Airstream. It is absolutely exquisite. But to tell you a little bit more about his own process, let's take a look at this video from David Milton.
I'm David Milton. I'm an artist living in Laguna Beach, and I specialize in watercolor. My special interest is in classic and vanishing Americana. Most of the work that I do is based on photography that I do first. The next step then is to do a very detailed drawing. Once the drawing is completed, I'll figure out the sequence in which I think the painting must be executed. Generally speaking, when there's a sky in the painting, I have to mask off using tape and a resist material. By doing that, it gives me a continuous flow of color from one side to the other. All of my paintings are based on actual places, and often they're places that are on the verge of the wrecking ball, and therefore for me it's even more exciting because I'm able to blend two of my strongest interests, which are documenting something historical and then doing the painting which brings it to the public.
David Milton is truly going to be one of the masters to watch. If you take a look at the intricacy of the reflection that's painted in that Airstream trailer, it is absolutely phenomenal. And what is more incredible is the fact that that is a watercolor. That is not a graphic on pencil. That is not those acrylic paints that can be so precisely applied. But it's a watercolor that spreads and moves and experiences a little manifest destiny of its own as it makes its way across the paper. What I love about the David Milton is that it embodies so much of that cult classic icon, the Airstream, made popular in the 60s and really inspired a generation of travelers, a generation of explorers to stay right here in the United States, to explore North America by utilizing a camping trailer as their method. And this one is absolutely exquisite. A wonderful expression of the watercolor art. Not only that, but it captures what I think all of us really need. The opportunity to re-explore not only our own communities, but to explore other communities that make up the diverse fabric of the United States. And David Milton has brought all of that to life with this incredible, incredible classic Airstream watercolor. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you, if you would like to take home the classic Airstream, now is your opportunity to do so. We are going to start our bidding at $5,800. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, not too small of a price to pay for one of the up-and-coming masters of watercolor. And you have an opportunity to not only support this incredible artist, but support all of the incredible work that OMA does. Be a part of bringing the community together by pushing the boundaries and exploring with this gorgeous Airstream. Ladies and gentlemen, at $5,800. At $5,800, if you'd like to open up the bid, now is that chance. Now is that opportunity. Remember, at $5,800, we don't have a reserve. The first person to bid, and those subsequently after, will get the opportunity to take this David Milton home. So at $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, now's your time. Take a look. Move to auction item number 3 using that live auction drop-down tab. Go to item number 3 and take a look at David Milton and the classic Airstream. Ladies and gentlemen, $5,800 is where we need to start our bid at $5,800. $5,800. Anybody want to jump in at $5,800? $5,800, now's the opportunity. Now's the chance. Now is the time to collect works from this incredible artist. At $5,800, I guarantee you much less than the price of a real Airstream, which even from 1963 and in a restoration is going to cost you more like $58,000. So at $5,800, capture all of that romanticism of the road right here and right now. Simply click on that bid button and you're ready to go. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, on the Milton. At $5,800, your opportunity. 58 is that first ask. Simply click the button now and you're going to have the opportunity to bid. Remember, this is not a reserve auction. Our minimum prices are set for that purpose. We want that first bidder, that person that takes the chance to take home this incredible art. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time. At $5,800, take the chance to bid. At $5,800, 58. Remember that every time we support an artist, every time we take the chance, we hang something on our wall. Imagine the oohs and the ahs that people will give you when they walk through your hallway. Maybe it's in your place of business. Maybe it's at your home. They're going to take one look at this watercolor and they're not going to believe you. It is that intricate. It is that detailed. The Airstream trailer made back in the 60s, made from aircraft aluminum, beacons shining across America's interstate highways. And that spirit is experiencing a rebirth today. Capture that now with David Milton's classic Airstream. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. At $5,800, let's open the bidding. At $5,800, your chance to win. $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time. At $5,800. $5,800, and let's open the bids. I'm going to take a look right over here to my good friend Vic. She's shaking her head just yet. I'm watching as well. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, again, the reserve price. Your chance to take it home. Classic Airstream by David Milton. This beautiful watercolor could be yours. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go once. At $5,800, we are going to go twice. Ladies and gentlemen, at $5,800, now's the time. Anybody want to play? We are all done. At $5,800, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move along from that sale. Now, I will add this. Sometimes auctions can be intimidating. Sometimes they can pit friends against friends. We want you to know that if you've seen something in the Little Black Pearl or in the David Milton that you would still like to have in your home, please give us a call. Contact us here at the museum, and if you would like, that reserve price remains the same. $5,800 for the Milton, $4,500 for the Della Torre. Your opportunity to take them home may still exist. Please give us a call. We want to be sure these go to wonderful homes and in wonderful exhibitions. Let's take a look now at our last and final art piece. This one from the fabulous artist Marjorie Nodelman. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Take a look at some of the intricate designs. Now, these are considered those quintessential items. And she brings them together on a round canvas that stands out alone among some of the rectangles that you normally see. Not only do you see some of those items that are essential every day, but you get an opportunity to really learn a little bit about the artist's life. So we'd like to take a look and hear from Marjorie herself. Let's roll the video.
Marjorie Nodelman is like, you know, you get through your life and you think that you've had all the really terrific things to eat. And then you go out to dinner one night and somebody puts in front of you the most exquisite tasting dish that you've ever had. And you're like, how did I get through all of these years, 50 years, of never having tasted this taste? Well, Margie Noodleman is that kind of artist, and I have to thank Doug Samay for bringing her to my attention. The 2016 show that OMA did, I was absolutely, completely bedazzled by the work and had no appreciation for the fact that she'd been making this kind of work in the 70s for 17 years or so here in San Diego and virtually unnoticed. How could an artist this talented and this singular a voice have not been noticed here in San Diego? And I've lived here for 20 years, and at that point, not quite 20 years. But so it really caused me to research what else she had done. And she is just a singular voiced female artist, and maybe that's why she really didn't get any notice at the time. But her canvases are just such a wonderful combination of painterly excellence and singularity of voice. During a very troubled time, her work, the shapes of her canvases, she's just magic.
And we can't say thank you enough to the incredible Deborah Poteet, who has not only lent her incredible wisdom, but she is an avid supporter of OMA. She's a collector, and we are so thrilled that she could provide such wonderful insight on Marjorie's piece. So ladies and gentlemen, we started the bid off, and we've got to jump in there. Philip Jones jumped in at $13.50, but right on his heels, there it is, Robin jumping in there for $13.50, and we are off and rolling. So ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to bid, now's that chance, now's your opportunity. Let's take a look and see what $1,400 has to offer. At $1,400, that's what we're asking now. $1,450. $1,450 is what we're asking on the Noodleman. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful expression. Oil on canvas right now. The bid at $1,350. Who'd like to jump in at $1,450? Philip, don't go away and don't go too far. $1,450. That's where the bid needs to be. $1,350, our current winning bid. We're asking for $1,450. Now's your chance to get in, have a little fun. What a wonderful way to participate in an auction when even if you're bidding against your best of friends, you don't have to look them in the eye as you start to win. A great opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, $1,350 is our bid. We're looking for $14.50. How about $1,450? Anybody want to jump in and make it $1,450? Your chance now. A wonderful opportunity to have this gorgeous piece hanging in your collection. At $1,450, does anybody want to jump in? At $1,450. You want to make it $14? How about $1,400? Let's make it $1,400 right now. There it is, $1,550. Dina Altman jumping in there and making it happen. Nicely done, Dina. At $1,550, and how about 16? At $1,600. $1,600, and let's get it rolling now. At $1,600, your chance, your opportunity now. At $1,600. That's where we want to be on the Noodleman. Congratulations to all of our bidders. You're doing a fabulous job. Let's make it 17. Anybody want to jump in? $1,650. $1,650 and go at 16.5. $1,650, and let's keep the fun going. $1,650. We are bid currently at $1,550. $1,550 is our bid, and we're looking for 16.5. At $1,650, ladies and gentlemen, yes! There's the bidder in at $1,650. $1,650, and don't let it get away. Let's make it 17.5. At $1,750. $1,750, and let's go. $1,750 and make it happen at 17.5. $1,750. That's where we want to be. Come on, Dina, I know you can do it. You want it to go home with you. At $1,750. This is what auctions are all about. Now's the chance. Click on those buttons. Make those bids happen. At $1,750, that's where we want to be. $1,750. We've got two people competing furiously for this one incredible piece, and that's what's so magnificent about art. You're the only one that's going to have this copy. And wait a minute, we're getting the signal, and ladies and gentlemen, we might have another bid. It looks like, yes, we are in there. Very nicely done. Let's make it 18.5. Anybody want to jump in? Make it $1,850. $1,850. At $1,850, your chance to take it home. At $1,850. $1,850, the brighter colors, the incredible and exquisite array of items, the lifelike jumping right off the canvas. At $1,850. Anybody want to go in and make it $1,850? $1,850. $1,850 now. $1,850 is the ask. Anybody want to jump in at $1,850? $1,750 is where our bid is. And $1,750 might just be where it closes. At $1,850, anybody want to play? At $1,750, we are going once. Now's the time, don't delay. Once we drop that hammer, once that anvil closes, you can't bid any longer on this particular piece. Our silent auction's still open for those of you paying attention at home, a chance to bid, but right now, $1,750 is going to go twice. $1,750 going 2 times. Your chance, your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, on the Marjorie Nodelman, the utilitarian items still life. Here we go. Going once at $1,750. Going twice at $1,750. And for those of you who have not yet clicked that button fast enough, let's take just a brief pause to appreciate it. There it is at $1,850. And that's how we do at $1,850. And we are off and we are rolling. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it comes down to those final minutes. $1,850 is our bid. Let's make it 19.5 at $1,950. $1,950. Your chance to take it home. $1,950 and now. $1,950 and go. Now going to make it 19.5 at $1,950. At $1,950. We might start closing it down going one time at $1,850. Now's the opportunity. Find that mouse. If you're having any trouble, find a small child or a niece, nephew, somebody to help you understand technology so that you can take art home. Find them. Let them text madly. This is the opportunity. $1,850 our bid. We're looking for $1,950. And yep, there it is at $1,950. $1,950. And somebody found something worth bidding on. There we go. At $1,950. And let's make it $2,050. Because why $2,050 is just difficult to say. At $2,050, ladies and gentlemen, let's make it happen. At $2,050, your chance to jump in. $2,050. Now, I want to tell you, this is not just a 2-person auction. It takes more than that to get going. So feel free to jump in at any time for the rest of you paying attention. $2,050 is where we want to be. At $2,050. That's the bid we're asking for. That's where you can land. You're welcome to put a few more zeros behind it if you'd like to. Feel free. $2,050, ladies and gentlemen, now's our chance. $2,050. A great collector, I know it's going to find a fabulous home if this is where the hammer falls. $2,050, we're going to go one time. $2,050, we are going to go 2 times. Ladies and gentlemen, at $2,050, and the very last of our art pieces for the Art Auction 2020, right here at OMA. $2,050. Anybody else want to play? We are sold for $1,950. Congratulations. It is going to be part of an exquisite, exquisite collection. Very, very nicely done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we talked a little bit earlier about some partnerships, and we are so excited to bring you a very unique behind-the-scenes experiment. But to do so, I want to invite the incredible Maria Mingalone back up because she has been quintessential in helping to cultivate this incredible project. Maria, of course, I'm talking about that beautiful oceanside beachfront resort. Tell us a little bit about this item that our bidders get to enjoy.
Well, it's one of the largest construction that's happening along the coast in San Diego. And we happen to be organizing and curating all of the art, the entire art program for these 2 hotels. So we're really excited about that. And the owners are so committed to not only Oceanside, but to the San Diego, Southern California region, that they want their entire 2 hotels to really speak to the feeling and the essence of Southern California. And therefore, they are exclusively only contracting, buying, and commissioning artwork by Southern California artists.
That is incredible, and what an incredible project. I know you and Rebecca Webb have worked very diligently and very hard. This is going to be one of the most incredible builds to happen on the Southern California coast, certainly in the last many years, and it is really creating a buzz, certainly in the Oceanside community, but it's going to draw visitors from all over the world. So how does that translate? I mean, all of those world eyes on the art that OMA is curating, how does that work in that relationship?
Well, I think it's just going to really expand the people that know about this museum and that appreciate the art of our region. And we are going to have a very long-term relationship with the hotels. So once they open and now that we have the art selected and it's all installed, the relationship just keeps going. So we'll be doing rotating exhibitions with them, and we'll be doing programming that we will be hosting some of their guests here, and we may even do art tours, and it'll just, you know, we're just at the tip of the iceberg in terms of the programming part.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity for a few friends to get together perhaps and take a hard hat tour and go behind the scenes right there in the hotel as it's being built.
Yeah, it's an incredible once in a lifetime, literally once in a lifetime, because they're only going to build them once, right?
Once the walls are up, you can't go behind the scenes anymore.
And I just want to do a shameless shout out to the team because Jeremy Cohen, who is the lead on the project, he's the one who's so committed to the art here that he has chosen OMA to be the curator for the project. And Rainier, who's been working on the project, and of course you mentioned Rebecca, and so it's an incredible group of people. I don't know if you'll get all three of them, but I know you're definitely going to get Jeremy, and he's the top dog, so you've got the best person to bring you around. And some of the things that people will experience, which I'm sure I don't imagine many people have, they literally build, when they're building a hotel project, they build out model rooms. Oh, yeah. And so they have them down there now, and you walk in and it is literally the room that you would experience when the hotel opens, complete with the art as well. So you'd get that behind the scenes of, I think there are 4 model rooms. Wow. So you'd get that behind the scenes, but the really exciting part about it is that you get to literally go with hard hats through the construction site.
Yes.
And it's spectacular. And the views are incredible, and you can see where the pool decks will be, or the outdoor fire pits, and the bars, and all of the entertainment areas, and it's really, really fun. And I've done it. I think there are a couple slides of Rebecca and I on site. And it's really fun, and it's really different. So this is a really unique opportunity.
Well, and what's really unique about that, now this is going to be up for up to 4 people, so you get to choose a few guests. Now, no fair sneaking in any competition from any of the other hotels.
That's right. Yeah, you can't be scoping it out
yourself. But safety is of primary concern. You want to be sure that you're physically able enough to walk around some of those tight spaces. You're going to wear a hard hat, safety vest. You're going to be under the best of care. But really, when we talk about art, I mean, we've surrounded by wonderful works of art here in OMA, but the art of construction is something that you can appreciate as well. All of those various moving pieces to bring something so incredible and so wonderful to life. You get the opportunity to see it happen. It's really good.
Absolutely, and we hope that you decide to do it maybe around sunset, so when you have that drink,
right,
you're watching the sun go down over the Oceanside Pier.
So you're going to imagine yourself in front of the fire pit at the beachside resort. You're going to be with a drink in hand. It's going to be fabulous. Mm-hmm. Sunset. This is an opportunity for 4 people, ladies and gentlemen, and we have the chance for you to start bidding right now at $150. That's where we want to start it off. At $150, take the opportunity. See this incredible hotel come to life. Maria, thank you so very much for sharing that incredible insight. This is your chance. Go where only the few have walked before, Maria being one of them, and she can do it in heels. It was fabulous. So ladies and gentlemen, at $150, now's your chance. Now's the chance to bid. At $150, get behind the scenes with Mr. Cohen himself to see how it all comes together. Not only that, you're going to get to experience model rooms where we already have art installed, and we are sharing that incredible Southern California artistic style, the beauty that surrounds it, and all of these incredibly diverse artists right there in the hotel that is a part of our community. So now's the time, ladies and gentlemen, at $150. At $150, now's your chance to bid. $150 for an afternoon for 4 people to enjoy and see it all come to life. Learn a little bit about the program, learn about what they're going to be offering, and be a hotel insider at one of the largest development projects right here on the California coast in the last little bit of history. A wonderful opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, at $150. Now's the time to bid. At $150 and go. Yes, and there we are. Mr. Floyd, very nicely done at $150, and he's ready to go. At $150, and now how about we make it 2? At $200. $200, and listen, here's your chance. At $200, you plus 3 friends, charge them each $75, and you're earning money on the process. There it is, $200, and let's make it happen. At $200 and go. $200, and we're in, very nicely done, and at $200, and let's make it 2.5. At $250. At $250, if you'd like to bid, now's your chance. Now's your opportunity. At $250. Take that tour for 4. Take the opportunity to experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. At $250. Ladies and gentlemen, now's your chance. Now's your time. At $250. Your chance to tour Renaissance in the making. Go behind the scenes. Right now, Ann's jumping in there at $200, and let's make it $250. At $250. $250, and now's the time. At $250. You might just get left out at $250. Now going to make it $250. At $200. $200. Take a look at all these incredible images of this hotel coming to life. From the ground up, making it happen, and OMA is there every step of the way, ensuring that the incredible culture of Southern California is represented through art, not only in the hallways, but also in the rooms themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, there we are at $250, and we're in. $250, and she's ready to go, and now we're looking for three. At $300. At $300, does anybody want to play? At $300. $300, ladies and gentlemen, now's your chance. $300. Imagine that sunset cocktail, watching the sun dip beneath the Pacific Ocean as you witness the green flash from the best strategic points of a brand new hotel. Imagine yourself sitting by their fires, enjoying the wonderful food. And when we are able to come together again in a wonderful spot, we can't wait to see each and every one of you enjoying this beautiful, beautiful hotel. At $300, anybody want to play? $250. Now is your bid. Looking for three. At $300, ladies and gentlemen, you want to jump in at three? $300. $250, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go one time. At $250. Now's the chance. Jump on in. $250 going two times. Remember, this is for 4 people. You're not going to be given a tour by a supervisor. Mr. Cohen himself is going to be right there, somebody who has helped make this project a reality. At $250, our high bid, going one time. $250 going two times. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is, and there's $300, and we're in. At $300, very nicely done. $300, and don't give me a heart attack like that. This is fantastic. Let's make it happen. At $350. At $350, ladies and gentlemen, where is going to be at $350? At $350. The bragging rights to say you were there first and you saw it before anybody else could. At $350, this is your chance. $350, now's the time to bid. At $350, and let's go. $350. $300, our top bidder now, looking for $350. At $300, we are going to go one time. Looking for $350. $350, ladies and gentlemen, 300's our bid, looking for $350, and $300 going two times. Looking for $350. If you're fumbling and can't find the mouse, now's the opportunity. For $350 is where we need to be. $300, ladies and gentlemen, going twice. Looking for $350. Remember, this is for 4. $300, ladies and gentlemen, are we all in? Are we all done? A quick look at Vic. Anybody? $350? She's shaking her head. Now's the time. $300, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to set the hammer down at $300. Sold, and congratulations to our top bidder at $300. Very nicely done. That is going to be a fabulous tour, and I am just staring at Maria, and she can't tell me enough about how amazing that opportunity is going to be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next one is our opportunity to see some of the art that has been curated right here in the halls of OMA and other places by taking a tour with the one and only Robin Lipman. Now, this is an opportunity for you and 7 guests to join Robin at her home, either for coffee and cake or for wine and cheese. You pick the time of the day, coffee and cake in the morning, wine and cheese in the afternoon. You are going to have the opportunity to walk through Robin's home with her as she describes to you the more than 100 art pieces that she has personally collected and curated over the course of time. We had a moment to sit down with Robin a few weeks ago, and she shared with us what makes her so great at collecting great pieces of art. And she says it's what makes her happy. And that's what art does. That's what this auction is about. We want to make you happy by finding something you love. And just like Robin, that passion for art can be inspired and your collection can grow. What's amazing about Robin is that she doesn't use the art to create financial gain or means. She just does it because she loves it. She's been given the opportunity, and she surrounds herself not only with acrylics and oils, but with sculpture, with woven products, with furniture made to just see art at every corner of her home. So this is an opportunity for you to join Robin and have a blast, whether it's coffee and cake or perhaps you're going to enjoy a little bit of wine and cheese. She has got some absolutely fabulous artists represented, and we've shared with you a few of those pictures as they've come across their screen. So ladies and gentlemen, the live art tour with Robin Lipman, your chance to see how a collection is not only curated but learn from the collector herself. Let's get the bidding started, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is for 7 plus yourself. Let's make it $250. At $250, now's the time. At $250, your opportunity to go and see a wonderful private collection of art. In fact, you might even see a couple of pieces that you've seen in our auction today. The Brady Wilmot, for example, is coming to you. And we looks like we have our first opening and initial bid. Thank you very much at $250. At $250, let's make it 3. At $300. $300, ladies and gentlemen, now's your chance to bid. At $300, take a tour of this incredible home. Get to know and get to meet Robin. She is absolutely fantastic. I had such a pleasure getting to know a little bit more about her and find some of those art. Yes, there it is at $300. And $300, and we're off and we're running. Let's make it 3.5. At $350. $350, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last live auction item. We're so glad that you've joined us. Let's make it $350. Yep, we're in at $350. At $350, and the action continues. Let's make it 4. At $400, and let's go now. Going to make it $400. $400, ladies and gentlemen, your chance. $400, and let's make it happen. $350, our top bidder right now. Let's make it 4. At $400. $400, your opportunity awaits at $400. $400, now's the chance. Now's the time. See art around every corner of your home. There's $400, and we're in now. Let's make it 4.5. At $450. At $450, ladies and gentlemen, let's make it 4.5. $450 to see this collection. Yes, and there's $450. How about we make it 5? Let's get it going at $500. $500, now's the chance. Now's the time at $500. Let's make it happen. $500, ladies and gentlemen, $450's our bid. Let's make it 5. At $500, an exquisite collection, incredible artists as all a part that you're going to see. At $500, anybody want to jump in? $450 is our bid. Now we're going to make it 5. At $500. You and some friends enjoying a great afternoon or morning of art, coffee and cake, wine and cheese, your chance to appreciate it and find out a little bit more. Perhaps it will inspire you into creating and starting your very own art collection. Ladies and gentlemen, $450, our top bidder. We're looking for 5. At $500. $500, now's the chance. $450 is our top bid, and we're going to go one time. At $450. Looking for a $500 bid. $500, and don't miss out. $450 going 2 times. Now we're looking for 5. At $500, ladies and gentlemen, our last live auction item. This one could be yours. At $500. Not too small of a price to pay to have a once-in-a-lifetime experience and get to know this incredible collection. Looking for $500. Our last call, $450, and we're in, looking for 5. $500, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? $450 coming up on our final bid. $450 going twice. $450 all in, all done. Sold at $450, and that brings our auction to a close. For our live auction, still time to participate in that silent auction. In fact, take this brief moment. Go and find something, a piece of art, something that inspires you, something that makes you feel happy, like Robin is inspired by all of her pieces. And take a look. This is a wonderful opportunity to get great art at some fantastic prices. Now's the opportunity. Take a look. You still have a few minutes in our silent auction. Take the chance now, make that drop-down menu say silent auction, and you are all ready to go. Congratulations to all of our live auction bidders. Thank you so very much for playing along. You truly have the fastest mouse trigger finger in all of San Diego, in fact, all over the world. We're joined tonight by people all over the globe, and we want to say thank you to each and every one of them for coming together with us. Now, I told you that we would have some special opportunity drawings and be ready to go. And we have done so. And ladies and gentlemen, some fabulous winners are going to get some incredible prizes. So we're going to take just a moment to make sure that those winners are there and verified. And we're going to bring those to you in just one moment. And if you would, we want to take a moment to say thank you to all of our artists. All of our artists who have helped to contribute to make this auction a reality. We are so pleased to have had you shown in the art auction in 2020. So remember, our special opportunity drawings, we had the opportunity for you to go and enjoy drinks with Bosco at False Idol in San Diego. We had an opportunity for you to enjoy a phenomenal opportunity at the Magic Castle. the Magic Castle where you would get to see up-close magic live and in person. We also had a wonderful art bundle for you, including some fabulous gift cards. So right now, we're going to tally up those names and find out just who has won. But I want to take this second then to tell you not only about the incredible impact we're having right here in Oceanside, but all of the other counties that are starting to take notice. In fact, we've been an opportunity to talk to a number of television stations and a number of folks about the Cultural Arts Center that's building right here in Oceanside. It's one of 14 cultural arts districts. And as the culture of art, the involvement of not only students, but the community as a whole coming together inside of our halls, not only have we taken notice, but KOC TV has also taken notice. And they came down for a visit and they put together this short, but really, really cool piece. Let's take a look.
Welcome to a special arts edition of KOCT's Oceanside Spectrum. I'm CJ Demento with your Oceanside Public Library and your Oceanside Arts Commission. Today, I'm in a special place, the Oceanside Museum of Art in the Oceanside, California Cultural District. It's a place full of arts and culture, and right now, the arts and culture fields are one of the most impacted sectors in our country. Groups can't revel at an arts exhibit, and audiences can't applaud during a performance. However, the arts organizations in our community are doing what they do best, getting creative. We're here today with Maria Mingalone, director of the Oceanside Museum of Art, who has moved her organization virtual. And Maria is going to be telling us about how the museum and the arts are navigating this unprecedented time.
You know, CJ, it's been really, really interesting. The museum has been working harder than ever to bring our programming to our constituents in their homes. The team has been able to reprogram all of what we have to offer, and doing that all virtually, online, with live stream, with virtual programming, and the results have been incredible. A lot of our constituents are tuning in from their own home to listen to artist talks, to listen to interviews, to participate in lectures, and I think that we're meeting people right where their needs are. We're supporting our community by providing an opportunity for people to feel connected to each other, to be part of something that's really inspirational and brings a lot of hope. So one of the ways you can participate is to buy art. So not only will you be supporting the artists, you'll be supporting the museum that supports those artists.
That was a great spot, and we are certainly honored to be a part of those cultural districts. And we hope that more counties, more cities, more states start taking the lead from OMA and adding to their incredible cultural resources right there in their very own communities. But OMA takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, patience, and effort. But more importantly, during these last few months, we haven't had the opportunity to open our doors to the public, which is another way that we drive revenue. So I am pleased to be joined tonight by Terry Zimdars. And Terry, thank you so very much for joining us this evening. It's wonderful to see you.
Thank you, Glenn.
Terry is the president of our board. And now, Terry, during the whole course of this virtual event, we've had 2 events prior to this. We had a great live auction. We've also had a refill campaign going so that we could focus on some of the needs that the museum has. Tell us a little bit about that refill campaign.
The refill campaign was launched in the beginning of May to support our operations during the time of our closure due to COVID-19. It continues for a few more days. Clint, would you please help me acknowledge our generous donors?
Absolutely. We've been honored to have some wonderful donors that have stepped in at the $5,000 and above level. And that refill campaign, like Terry, you were mentioning, it continues on. It doesn't just stop tonight. You still have the chance. So if, as you're watching, in the upper right corner, you're moved to give, press the donate button. It's going to give you the opportunity to just simply fill in an amount of your choosing. And whether that's $1, whether it's $1,000, whether it's $1 million, know that each one of those goes to help to continue to support the great work that's going on at OMA. And we've got some wonderful folks that have jumped in. So I want to say thank you to Mary Jo Young. Thank you so very much, Mary Jo, for your donation. To Robin Lipman. Thank you so very much, Robin, for your donation. For Gisela Hill. Thank you so very much, Gisela. Awesome. To Ann Mortland, thank you so very much, Ann, for your continued support. To Regina Wilson, and to Richard Mayer, to Amy Janot, Paula Doss, H. Clay Alexander, and Jean Stark, thank you so very, very much. Judy LaBounty, Van Ray Botts, Jerry Harder, and Terry, I think you pronounced that Terry Zimdars. Is that how that one's
That's
pronounced?
right.
Yes. Fantastic. Thank you so very much, Terry.
you.
To Dina Altman, thank you so very much. To Mary Rumbotis, thank you so very much to your donation. And to Billy Noonan, thank you so very, very much for all of your contributions. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause. Absolutely. I'm going to join Terry in that round of applause. Now, Terry, the refill campaign doesn't conclude right now. It still continues on.
Yes.
And we utilize that campaign to help support the ongoing expenses and operations right here at the museum.
Yes, you can imagine our closure has delayed our regular cash flow, so we need this for our support to continue all the good work we're doing. And thank you, everyone, so much for your participation tonight. That was so exciting. My heart's still beating, and we just really thank your participation and support.
Absolutely awesome. Terry, thank you so very, very
Thank
much.
you.
Not only for being with us, but thank you for your leadership and your
thank you
volunteerism.
to you.
Oh, of course, it's my pleasure. So remember, if you'd like to be on that thank you list, take the opportunity now. Donate with that button in the upper right corner. We're still tallying those results from those special opportunity drawings. So while we're waiting for that, I'm going to bring back the fabulous Maria once again, because I really want to get further into this wonderful partnership. You know, as Terry pointed out, it takes a community to keep the museum going.
Absolutely.
But it also takes great leadership. And Maria, thank you for your leadership. These have certainly been some very trying times. And your leadership has shown as a beacon for all of the staff and for all of us to bring this to you. But let's talk a little bit more about that unique beachfront resort and just the cost. I mean, what are those things overall going to do?
Well, you know, right now I think it's so valuable for us to be able to write checks to artists.
Mm-hmm.
And the project overall, it will infuse almost $1 million in art purchases into the community.
Wow.
So you can imagine right now how hard hit our cultural community is, how valuable that's going to be for our artists. And without artists, you don't have museums. Without artists, you don't have the whole cultural community. So we're really grateful at this time that we're able to connect artists of our community with the hotel folks, and they've been really, really dedicated in supporting our local art community. So I think it's valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I look back on some of the things, you know, and as we start to look back on history and we learn from some of those lessons and we start to change and take our path forward, art really has been a unifying factor across all times and all epochs, whether it was cave paintings to the beautiful art that we see on these walls and what's left to create. And making sure that those artists still have a voice, those artists still have a way to express themselves, and doing so through the hotel is just really a phenomenal opportunity. And I hope that other museums and other art installations certainly learn from OMA's example. What are you looking forward to most when we're able to open our doors at OMA once again?
You know, I really look forward to greeting our guests. And hopefully we'll do that slowly, a few at a time.
Right.
I know that there are a lot of people who are really, really anxious to get back into the museum, and we're really eager as a staff. And speaking of staff, I do want to just back up a little bit. And this museum has been sustained by this incredibly talented and dedicated staff. And it's my honor to actually be of service leadership to them. And I'm just blown away. If you just look at what we did, the explosion of programming in order to create this art auction virtually over the month of June, it's just been incredible. And they're so dedicated, and they have such a great sense of humor, and they have a really great sense of love for what they do. And I can't wait for when we hit this gavel and I go get to have one of Vic's drinks.
I know, but we're not there yet.
Okay,
We still
no,
have
I'm
to give
holding
away
back. I'm holding
some
back.
special opportunity drawings. So, for those of you at home and paying attention, this is still your chance. Put in that last minute bid. Make sure your name is on top of the list for that piece of art
That's
that you
right.
have coveted. Maybe you've seen it virtually and you can't wait to see it in your home. Maybe you've taken a sneak peek through the windows of OMA, even though the doors are closed. There's some big glass in the front. But for right now, let's talk about the winners of our opportunity drawing. Number 1, the Insider's Evening at the Magic Castle. This is going to be incredible. Up close magic. That is going to go to the one and only Lori Behrens. Lori, congratulations. Very well done. You are going to have a blast at the Magic Castle. I just know it. Now, That limited edition tiki mug by Bosco.
I wish that was mine.
Right? I don't know if you're allowed to win. I'm not sure that
I'm
we
not. I
have to
didn't.
exempt you. This is Drinks at False Idol, the chance to sit down and talk with Bosco, and the incredible Margaret Jackson is going to have that fabulous opportunity. Congratulations, Margaret. Very well done indeed, and thank you for purchasing a ticket. And now,
maybe she wants some company to go to False Idol.
right? Yeah, absolutely. Margaret, if you're watching, please let Maria know if you need somebody to drink with you. Maria's ready to go to False Idol.
Absolutely.
I think it's fabulous. Now, how about the Barnes & Noble $50 gift card and the art book collection? I know certainly that my daughter was looking forward to winning that. Unfortunately, it's going to go to someone else. Sorry, Ciela, not going to happen tonight. But this one, Kim and Jane's Faust, very nicely done. Kim and Jane's Faust, congratulations. We hope you enjoy that gift card and all of those art books. So, for our special opportunity drawing winners, congratulations. Thanks for participating. So glad to have you. All right, Maria.
Oh, is it my time?
Now is the time. Now is the
Really?
moment.
Are you sure?
Yes, now is it. So,
It's all sweaty now.
as we get ready to bring it to a close, the honorary art auction gavel. Are you ready?
I am.
We're closing our auction in 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. What do you want to say? Do you want to say sold?
Sold.
Yes, there it goes. Feels good, doesn't it?
It feels great.
Isn't that fabulous? That's why I do what I do. It's really wonderful. Well, Maria, I just want to say thank you so very, very much to you for allowing me to be a part of it. And there are some really incredible people that I also want to be sure to thank. Most importantly, Erica and Adam and Vic and Dry and all of the incredible staff. Lewis, thank you so very much for helping put this on. Erica and Adam have become television producers, not originally in their job. Vic is an incredible bartender that's kept everybody happy.
And Katie Dolgov.
Oh, Katie
A Star
Dolgov.
is Born.
Absolutely. She's been absolutely wonderful and fantastic. More importantly, from the technical side, we couldn't get it done without the incredible work from the guys at Eventavision. So I want to say a huge thank you to Walter, to Julian, to Toby back there on the buzzers, over to Kyle switching the video, to Fale on the stream, and to everybody involved at Eventavision. Thank you guys so very, very much. Rafa on the sound. Without them, it wouldn't have been possible.
Absolutely.
So, all right, I think that's it.
I think we're done.
The coup de grace, the last of our 3 installation virtual art auction, is going to come to a close. And speaking of the fabulous Vic, here she comes with drinks and cold drinks. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for joining us. Thank you for participating. More importantly, thank you for inspiring another generation of artists. And remember, like we say on our glasses, Maria.
Oh, creativity is?
Contagious.
There you go. Pass it on.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.